What's up and welcome back to the Run the North podcast. This feels awkward today for some reason. I forgot how to do the intro. Miller's here. Jake's not. We had a bit of an issue. We tried to record the viewer mailbag this week, and we had a slight issue. So instead, me and Miller are going to go over the top 10 offensive linemen at tackle, guard, and center. So yeah, Jake unfortunately couldn't make it. We're recording at 10:30 p.m. On the 4th of July for
27 a.m. actually.
Well, since I'm the one recording, my time zone matters more. That's how this works. So
yeah, but you're East
elbows,
Coast, West Coast.
East Coast is the worst coast. Ask anybody alive.
I'm alive. I say East
I
Coast,
don't
West
think
Coast.
you are. You're a Bears fan. They killed you a long time ago.
Also, don't let me off the hook. Tell them
No, I
why
wasn't.
we have to
No, I
re-record.
was. See, I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. I was being a good
okay.
co-host. I wasn't trying to do
No,
that
I
to
deserve to be held accountable.
you. So Miller was recording because I wasn't gonna be there on Tuesday when we recorded. I ended up showing up, but Miller recorded and he didn't have his OBS settings right, so he didn't capture any of me and Jake's audio. So he was just yapping to himself.
It was 2 hours of me talking to myself. Yeah.
Which, I don't know. If we ever start a Patreon, you will be getting that as the first bit of Patreon content.
Yeah.
So don't delete that.
All right. I'll
Save
have
it to a
hang
Google
on to
Drive
it.
or something. Or just,
Yeah.
something. But Miller, how are you doing? I forget how our intro works.
I am exhausted beyond belief.
Why, it's the 4th of July. Did you do something?
No, actually, I didn't. I'm doing my 4th of July stuff on the 5th and the 7th, but it's been a long week,
Nice.
so I am exhausted.
Way to skip the 6th. I appreciate that. We got D&D on the 6th.
That's why I rescheduled D&D for the 6th, because
Gotcha.
apparently Grayson found a woman that was willing to talk to him
That
for the 4th.
I
so we had
swear
to
that did not
reschedule.
last. It's already over. She left him immediately.
I hope not.
Or-
if it's the girl he was talking about, I hope not, because he was very excited.
Well, yeah, but it's Grayson, so fuck him. Fuck him all and day, mama. Sorry. I have listened to Not Like Us 87 times today. I've watched 4 YouTube breakdowns of the lyrics just because it's been stuck in my head. So I was like, fuck it.
Did you see the music video came out for it today?
That's why it all started.
Okay.
Watched the
Yeah.
music video, and then it was funny. It was funny watching some people react to it and like not be able to understand half of it. Like,
Mhm.
I obviously didn't get all of the deeper intricacies. I'm not that big of a Kendrick or Drake guy, so I don't
Yeah.
like mentioning people's names. It's like I have no clue who the fuck that guy is, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I knew every word that was said. I wasn't sitting there
Yeah.
like, oh, what did he just say? And have to listen to it 4 times.
I mean,
I find that
I think
funny.
as long as you get the A minor and the certified lover boy line,
Nah.
you get the gist of the song.
Dude, I stand by the entire like
the historical
colonizer
breakdown is
part.
also,
Yeah, dude, that
that goes
entire
insane.
whole thing. Oh, it's so good.
So
Oh,
while we're on the topic of this, I have come to the conclusion today. Like I was sitting and thinking about this because I was talking to a buddy of mine about it. There are 2 rappers ever that I would say have a claim to have 2 of the greatest diss songs of all time. Like if we were to put them in a tier list, they would have at least 2 S tier diss tracks,
okay.
and that is Kendrick Lamar and Eminem. Those are the only 2.
I feel like Nas, but off the top of my head, I'm only thinking of 1, so maybe not.
I was gonna say Ether. I mean, Ether's obviously up. Like it might be. I think Ether is the greatest diss
Yeah.
song of all time. But
I don't know.
I
Not
don't
Like
think-
Us might be there just because the entire
I
song,
don't even
the
think.
premise of the song is like
Yeah,
just the
I
I'm
like.
gonna make the song I just made, but fuck you because you said it wasn't good enough to be played in the clubs. So here is
Right.
the song of the summer for this year. Fuck you.
Right. I was gonna say I still think Meet the Grams is better, just because it's more fucked up and
Right.
twisted. Like I love it.
Meet the Grams is the thing you listen to once and you go, okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to listen to that again. I kind of feel weird.
I feel
that, like,
uncomfortable now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this wasn't okay. Like, I just witnessed a murder. Not Like Us got
Yeah.
you dancing.
Right. But you've got Not Like Us and the Meet the Grahams. And then for Eminem, you've got Killshot. I know you're a big MGK guy, but like,
Killshot's still
you
fucking
gotta admit,
incredible.
right.
I will stand
And
by,
then,
I've always said this, I think just as a song to listen to, Rap Devil's better. But Killshot's the better diss. He won. Not even
Yeah.
kind of close. And I like the fact that made MGK switch genres, because that's the MGK
Yeah.
I like. I don't like rapper MGK.
No, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
BMXing, his new song,
I haven't heard it.
it hits me in my feels because the song and the video just feel like 2008, which is just like when I was growing up, and it just nostalgia trip, and I love it.
Yeah. But Killshot and then Nail in the Coffin, the Benzino diss.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you could also make an argument for like The Warning or My Dad's Gone Crazy. Like, obviously, Eminem has a fucking myriad, but those are at least my two standouts are Killshot and Nail in the Coffin. Then obviously you've got Ether and No Vaseline, Hit 'Em Up, Who Shot Ya. I love rap beef. I love it.
Dude,
I'm the whitest man on the fucking planet,
there's
but I get
nothing
so
better
into
than rap
it.
beef.
I love it.
There's nothing
Yeah.
better. Ugh, there's
That's
nothing
like-
better.
Have you heard Eminem's newest song, Toby?
No, I need to, but I haven't yet.
Oh my god. Have you heard any snippets from it yet?
Not even one.
The chorus starts with Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but me, it was a goat,
Nice.
which is fucking incredible. It's Eminem, Big Sean, and Babytron, so it's a
Yeah.
Detroit song. Although I think Babytron's like just outside of Detroit. I don't think he's like heart of Detroit like Eminem.
And technically
and Big Sean
8
are.
miles just outside of Detroit, too.
Well, yeah, but you know. But either way, Eminem takes shot at fucking Melly Mel from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Okay.
Because apparently Melly Mel, they were talking about the greatest rappers of all time in some podcast, some show, something. And he left off Eminem. The guy I was talking to brought up Eminem, and he goes, yeah, he's got everything you could want. He's a great lyricist. He's a great storyteller. He's got great flows. He's got this. He's got that. But he's white. He's white. So Eminem
He already
was like,
wrote a
okay,
diss
fuck
about
you.
being white.
Right. And then the rest of his verses going off about, I think it was Billboard's top 50 rappers. I think it was Billboard. It was someone like some group like that, and Eminem was fifth all time. And the four people ahead of him in order from 1 to 4 were Jay-Z, Kendrick, Pac, and Biggie, I think. And Eminem mentions like he's talking about in the song how like he's been on songs with all of them and out-rapped all of them. Primarily Jay-Z, obviously, with Renegade. But like,
I still, M's verse on Realist with Easy Mill.
mhm.
Yeah, still one of my favorite things ever. I love going and finding people's reactions to that song. Just the,
I'm thinking about
being
I don't
white
think
ain't
I've
why
heard
they
it
put
yet.
me at 5. That's why they can't put me at
Yeah.
1. Is my favorite line ever.
I don't think I've heard that song before. Now that
It's
because I
so
was
good.
thinking about it for a
And-
second, I have to now.
They were smart to have Easy Mill go first, because his
Mhm.
verse is so good, but nobody cares because Eminem's there. That's just how it works.
Who is Easy Mill?
One of the guys Eminem signed.
Oh, okay, so he's
So,
a Shady Records
yeah.
guy. That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, because the Toby song, it was originally supposed to be just Babytron and Big Sean
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like a lyrical Lemonade album or something, and then the song got scrapped, and they were just like, "Here, Eminem, put a verse on it," and it becomes so much better. And he does the thing because it feels like an Eminem feature more than it feels like an Eminem song, but he does that thing he does in a lot of his features where he like shouts out the other two artists, and he talks about like how the goat that Babytron's talking about in the chorus is him. Like he says something about like biting Big Sean and Babytron. He's the goat. Like it's awesome. It's really good Eminem. It's not like the funny, corny Houdini
Yeah.
type of vibe. It's like actually Eminem going off. He even has. I'm not going to spoil the whole verse for you, but my favorite bar in it, he manages to compare child abuse to a triumphant victory.
Nice.
which is the most Eminem thing ever.
Absolutely. I do want to say real quick, just because we're recording on the 4th of July, if you hear my dog barking later, I'm sorry. But, like, fireworks. So.
Plus, you're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I'm sure the fireworks are insane.
Yeah, they were earlier. It's not so crazy now because it's. You got to remember, it's the middle of nowhere and white people, so it's getting late. It's 10:30.
Yeah.
It's past people's bedtime.
True.
That's why I like being awake at this time. I went to the post office the other day at like 8:30, and the town was just dead. Not a car, not a person, not a light. It was wild.
All 5 people were home.
I was like, this feels terrifying. This is like how a horror movie starts. I'm going to go home now. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
So
we
you
should
go to the teller. The teller's a zombie.
Right? Oh, so I went through and made my top 10s for everything we have to do so far.
I haven't done that yet.
Pre-warning, I have 26 names for our top 10 defensive tackles list.
Interesting. Okay.
There are a lot of guys whose names I feel like deserve a shout, but it's weird because so many teams run a 3-4 now. All 3 of those guys are defensive tackles. Kind of, because you're not counting them as an edge rusher. So, yeah.
We should be really cool and do like 3 techs and nose tackles.
Fair, but we could do that. Just make it its own episode.
Yeah.
That would solve most of my
Although
issues.
I guess we couldn't call them 3 techs necessarily because a lot of them are 4 eyes. A lot of them are
it's weird
things.
But where do you want to start on the offensive line, Miller?
Can we just get centers out of the way? They anger me.
Miller's unhappy with the centers. I have 15 names, and I'm not happy with the names.
I have 11. And one of them we can't name because we've already done like the injury, like
who's the injured guy that we're saying?
Connor Williams.
Oh, I didn't even write him down, so that's fair.
Yeah. Connor Williams is a top 3 to 5 center when healthy.
I don't think I'd say top 3. I don't think he's better than. So I think we know our top 3 that are going to not be a question, I think.
Humphrey, Ragnow, Linderbaum?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So weird not having Jason Kelsey.
It really is.
But yeah, Williams would be, for me personally, Williams would be the next guy up.
Fair enough.
If he was healthy. But the rest of these names
I hate some of the names I have to have at the bottom of this list. And they're just guys who, because it's a top 10, whether we put them in or not, they deserve a shout, I guess.
Okay, so since I only have 10 names, I want to hear.
So you want me to keep listing, or you want like, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna like my order.
I want to hear
bottom up. Connor McGovern.
Okay.
Garrett Bradbury.
Okay, I figured you'd have to have him in there, which honestly,
when you're going
with how bad the centers are,
yeah, that's what I mean about it. It's like I have him like written down as center number 14. He should not be, but he probably is the 14th best center in football.
Yeah, there's not.
Or you could argue he's top 10 because I don't like some of the names I have above him that much more. Lloyd Cushenberry. Tyler Biotish.
I like Tyler Biotish.
So do I, but not that much. I already forgot one of these names.
I'll put it this way, though. Lloyd Cushenberry being up there when he let up 10 pressures is tough. Not saying for you, I just mean in general because how bad the centers are.
No, but I also don't know. Is that a lot for a center? Is that a lot in general?
I
don't feel like 10.
I just feel like
10 pressures is a really low number. How like
is it?
I don't know. Let's go with how many pressures did Creed Humphrey allow? Apparently Creed allowed 16. So
okay, that's actually not that bad.
Lloyd's better. Lloyd's the best center in football. You heard it here first, folks.
No.
Yeah, no, context is important, but
yeah, hold on. I remember I have just so I have names, I have the PFF rankings up because that's the best way to have just every team
that's
starting
how
center.
I went and got names, was like, because I don't want to forget somebody, so I pulled up their lists.
Right. And they had listed who had the most allowed pressures last year. I'm trying to find it. Okay, there's the most sacks. The most sacks among centers was 8, Bradley Bozeman.
Bradley Bozeman. What a guy.
Mm.
Some other names I got, I've already forgotten. I just wrote down last names, which doesn't help all the time. We've got Aaron Brewer. We've got Drew Dahlman.
I like Drew Dahlman.
We've got Ted Karras. We've got Andre
Karras
James.
Is interesting. Andre James is interesting.
We've got David Andrews.
David Andrews is pretty good. Pocic is pretty good.
Eric McCoy and R. Kelly, because it's more fun to just leave his name as that. It's haha funny.
So
Ryan Kelly, though,
off
for the Colts.
dome, Dahlman and McCoy are like the same player.
Kinda.
Dahlman's just quicker, and I like Dahlman more.
Interesting, because I like McCoy more.
Well, they're just both really fucking good run blockers, and I just think Dahlman's a better run blocker because he's able to cover more space. Like Dahlman, if you watch Arthur Smith's offense, he sends Dahlman up to the second level quite a bit. Like I know that's not an unusual thing, but I'm saying like he sends him up there at a high clip with a high success rate is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a little tired, so wording 100%, but he's really, really good at getting to the second level is what I'm trying to say. And neither one of them is like a good pass blocker. They're both pretty rough. So it's interesting. I like I said, I just like Dahlman more.
Fair.
But
yeah, this is probably the toughest. So you want to work our way backwards from how we normally do? We've got 1, 2, and 3.
From 1 to 10.
Yeah, because I feel like that's going to be
Humphrey,
easier.
Ragnow, Linderbaum as our top 3.
That is exactly how I had it listed as well. So yes,
that is Frank Ragnow is one of the most underrated players in football, dude.
I think so too. Bro played with a broken freaking neck. He kept playing.
And I know the Lions' offensive line gets a lot of hype, and like rightfully so. I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but Ragnow being like, I don't want to put this, the brain behind that offensive line, kind of being like the quarterback of the line, if that makes sense.
Yep.
It is such an underrated thing because usually when I think center, I think least valuable position on the line, just because blocking wise, it is probably the easiest spot to be in, specifically as a pass blocker, because a lot of times centers are just double teaming. It's very rare you see a center left one-on-one with somebody unless it's an elite center.
Or Garrett Bradbury.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence, I'm looking at you.
Right. That's just horrendous coaching.
I kind of just think that's just the Giants being smart. Play it. I mean, so you just rush 5. Force him to have to go solo.
Well, okay. Well,
I don't think that's bad coaching. I think that's just good defense.
But I'm saying usually when teams are rushing, you're getting 4. Like 4 is kind of the status quo. And when you're getting 4, typically that extra blocker is going to be the center. They're going to end up chipping or double teaming. And like,
or they're going to have help if they are lined up head to head.
Right.
So,
right.
But center's also like the most valuable because they have to do all the checks, know everything.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Because
I'll put it this way,
really know when your team has a bad center.
Yeah. Your center has to be smart. Like, that's the big thing. Football IQ is everything. But athletically and physically, if they're lacking a little bit, like, that's the position where I think you're least worried about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just underselling the center position for the sake of trying to make a point. But, yeah, Humphrey, Ragnow, Linderbaum. Humphrey and Linderbaum, both young studs, absolutely incredible.
Ragnow's not that old either, if I remember correctly. Isn't he like 29?
I was going to say he's pushing 30. He's still on the right side of 30, but he's pushing 30.
Right. It's just more of a It's wild how young he is.
You think he's older.
Yeah. He's only 28.
Really?
My God. And he just turned 28 in May.
Wowza. That's crazy.
That is nuts. Guess he's only been in the league 6 years, which also doesn't feel right, but whatever.
Yeah.
Never been a first team All-Pro. I was going to say that's insane. No, it's not. Jason Kelsey existed. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Tough era to be a center. To be the second best center in football.
Ragnow and Linderbaum, they are, I would say, in a tier of their own in terms of centers. Like, those are the only truly elite centers in the NFL right now. They're incredible in both aspects of the game. They can pass block really well. They can run block really well. There's no true weaknesses to their game, except I guess you could say Ragnow's health, because he always seems to be banged up at least a little bit. But when he's healthy, I would argue when healthy, Ragnow's the best center in football. But I think he's close enough.
He hasn't missed much time. He's literally only missed games in 2021.
Really?
Yeah, Frank doesn't miss games. I think he might have two. Like, he played 15 last year, but were those two at the end of the year where he just do I even need to? Who cares?
Oh my God, I am way off.
Yeah.
I must be thinking of somebody else.
No, I think you are thinking of Ragnow, because he missed time. He broke his neck and he's had a bunch of injuries, but he just plays. He's like, yeah, I got this.
Okay, so that's what it is. Yeah, he's banged up a lot. So my brain apparently is associating if you have a fucking cut on your knee, you're not playing for 6 weeks for some reason.
Well, no, most people probably would miss time with his injury. I mean, he broke his neck and just kept playing. He's like, can't really get much worse. So I'm good. It's well, you're probably not, but that's okay.
Yeah. Main point being those three last truly elite centers in the league. And then I'm curious, 4 and 5, who do you have?
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I've been trying to think about it kind of all day. It's tough because David Andrews is awful as a pass blocker. Kind of the same thing with Eric McCoy and Dahlman.
Yes.
Ryan Kelly, I think, at least based off of especially last year. I mean, he's always been good, but last year I would argue he was the guy who deserves to be at 4. Just going off last year.
And he's another guy who is balanced.
Yep.
That's the key here. You want balanced linemen.
Yep.
And it really feels like in today's NFL, ironically, a lot of the top centers are more run block heavy than pass block heavy. And I think Kelly being good at both is a big deal.
I also do want to say real quick, I do care a little bit more about PFF grades when it comes to linemen. And by a little bit more, I mean, compared to any other position, I actually care a little bit. PFF does a really good job with linemen. And the fact that, his grades are almost even across the board. Yeah, he wins. So I would say Kelly is number 4.
Agreed.
And then this is where I don't know. I really don't know who deserves to go where.
Personally, I'd go Ethan Pocic.
Okay.
Just because I think he's the next closest in terms of being even.
That's fair. I don't hate it. I'm down.
I'm trying to remember. Hold on, here's the first. Let's consult PFF real quick.
PFF's list has Pocic at 7 behind McCoy and Andrews. Even though McCoy and Andrews, again, McCoy has to fall for me, even though I do like him. Just because last year was his worst year. Pass blocking, you could see it both on film, and I mean, even PFF's grade says that was the worst he's ever been as a pass blocker. Which, getting worse as you enter and, begin to fade out of your prime is not good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm down to put Pocic at 5. then you start to kind of run out of truly balanced guys.
Yeah.
But I think the next most balanced guy, if we're going to go by that, honestly, would probably be Andre James.
Yeah.
And having him as the 6th best center in football feels wild. But
yeah,
I don't think it's wrong.
I don't either. I can get behind that.
Okay.
I don't mind that, because again, he's another one that's like not a super standout player, but he's just consistently solid in both aspects of the game. Very similar to Pocic. I would say James obviously is ascending. Pocic, I think, how fucking old is Ethan Pocic?
I don't know how old he is, but last year was
28.
him, because that was him first stepping into being a starting center, because he had never done that. So, I mean, he doesn't have the tread on his tires, so he's a young 28.
Right,
you know?
right. Whereas Andre James, I think, is like 24.
Yeah, he's very
24,
young.
25. Jesus, he's 27.
I didn't think, really?
Dude, I'm thinking of their fucking guard. Hold on.
They got Parham and then somebody else.
I'm thinking of Parham. That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
All right.
Because Dylan Parham was someone I was very intrigued by last year. And that's who I am thinking of that is like 24.
So am I a weirdo for saying...
Yeah, exactly 24.
So I like Eric Dude, even David Andrews fits with Eric McCoy and Drew Dahlman as just like the same dude.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to go to bat for Drew Dahlman here. I think he's the best of the three.
I don't, though. He was like by far the worst of the three in pass pro. Don't care if you're a better run blocker. It's the NFL.
Run blocker.
You pass the ball more often, and when you are the worst of the three, his run blocking grade wasn't. It was better. Like he is better as a run blocker. I'm not gonna deny you that. But I would say Dahlman is 2. I would put McCoy at 1.
I mean, I guess I can get with that.
McCoy's a better run blocker than Andrews and a better pass blocker than both.
All right, that's fine.
Let's go.
You know, I just
Sevens,
like
McCoy.
Dahlman's one of the few centers that I like have actually studied up on and watched consistent film on, because I'm obsessed with Arthur Smith's run game.
So now we just got to figure out our 10 spot. And I think that's Ted Karras, Biotish, or Bradbury. That's where I'm just telling you the guys I say.
I know. I'm just trying to remember something real quick. I'm pretty sure Ted Karras missed a decent bit of time last year.
Ooh,
oh, no, he didn't.
No, okay.
He didn't. What the fuck?
So, yeah.
Oh, no, I read that wrong. Okay. Yeah, no, I'd probably say Ted Karras then. I was under the impression that Ted Karras missed time, but God, what a horrific group that I don't even like.
But yeah, the drop-off after 4 is nuts.
Yeah, because you go from elite,
really good,
come up,
yeah, really good,
yeah, and then two solid centers, and then specialists.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Karras is kind of more well-balanced, but he's more well-balanced, but he's really mid.
Yeah.
He's
Question
balanced
for you.
mid.
What's Ted Karras' nickname?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Is the Mad Stork.
The fuck does that mean? Is he out here delivering babies? Oh.
No, the way he walks, he's real short and he's short, wide, and has short legs, so he like waddles when he walks. And they said his teammates used to tease him and say he looked like a stork when he'd run. So they call him the Mad Stork.
I feel like a waddle's more penguin-y, but all right.
Well, I guess, I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what I've heard.
Yeah. It is wild how bad centers are. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like
Wait,
hopefully get what?
I misremember that.
Probably.
No, Mad Stork was Ted Hendricks. Got the wrong Ted case out. Ted, yeah.
Okay.
But it's still,
I say give it a
he's
couple
still
weeks
definitely got something.
into the season, and a bunch of rookies and second-year guys will be in the top 10, because screw it.
Absolutely.
No, this is one of the positions where, like, had, like, Schmidt's been better last year, or even, like, a Juice, like, had any of them played really, really well, I would have been arguing for them. But even they were kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough, man.
Okay, this is pissing me off. I know here. NFL nickname Wikipedia. It's on here. I know it is.
Where are you on Wikipedia?
Because Wikipedia
I don't think Ted
actually
Karras has
a
a nickname.
He does.
I think you're just making stuff up. And also, if it
Yeah.
doesn't say it on Pro Football Reference, he doesn't have one.
It's not true.
That is true. You're on drugs.
Oh.
Were you thinking of the
That's where I
wrong
got
guy
it mixed
again?
up. Alex Karras,
Who is that?
who was
Somebody played in the 1950s. Nice.
Yeah. But Karras, he was Mad Duck. Because of his short legs, he appeared to waddle like a duck.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Miller football.
I have been sleep deprived for the past week, okay?
All right, you want to move to guards?
Yes. Fuck centers. Fake position.
Well, that feels aggressive, but...
No, they made me look dumb. No, I hate
So,
them.
how many guys do you feel are locks? Because, especially when you look at PFF's list, I don't like their list.
Yeah, it's weird because they got Zach Martin at 7.
Yeah, and
Quentin
like
Nelson at 11.
Yeah, it's weird.
I see 6 guys as locks.
Ooh, okay. Who do you see as your locks?
Zach Martin, Chris Lindstrom, Joe Tooney, Quentin Nelson, Joel Bitonio, Tyler Smith.
Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't think.
I was going to say 5, but then I remember Tyler Smith was like unreal last year.
Yeah. Wait, but was last year's rookie year? No, it was not.
Second year.
Yep.
He was 2 years. He was his rookie year was Ryan Poles'
Did you say
first year as a
Teller
GM,
and
'cause I wanted
Bitonio, or just one?
No, I just said Bitonio.
Okay, so there's 6. I think 7 and 8 are 7, 8, and 9 are Cosme, Teller, and Miners.
I disagree completely.
Who do you think goes above any of those 3?
Let me make sure real quick that this guy didn't move to tackle or something because he plays everywhere.
If you're gonna say Elgton Jenkins, Mr. played 4 games in 12 years, I don't want to hear it. Actually, I do. Elgton Jenkins is great, but
was he fucked up last year?
I can't remember a year he hasn't been fucked up. Yeah, he played. No, I guess he played 15 games last year.
15 games last year, and
That
he's
feels
considered
weird.
a guard.
Well,
I think he's better than everyone you just named.
I don't know. Pro Football Reference has him listed as an O lineman, actually.
Well, according to ESPN, he is their left guard. And given that Zach Tom is pretty okay and they just drafted Jordan Morgan, I think he's going to play guard.
Probably.
Therefore, I think he is better than everyone you just named.
I don't think he's better than everyone I just named. I would definitely put him... I don't know. I think you're underrating Myers and Cosme. I really do.
Myers?
Miners, sorry. It's spelled with an E and a Z, dog. I don't know how to help you. Two E's actually. There's two E's in there.
E minor.
Actually, it's Q. Q.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, I think Elton Jenkins is the best of the group. I think the versatility, the
Okay,
anchor
so
he
we're only
possesses-
arguing over the 10 spot then.
Okay.
You want to just say screw it and fight over our two guys because it's more fun? Screw everybody
No,
else.
because Tev played like 3 games.
Yeah, I
and
know.
who are you arguing for?
Reisner.
I disagree.
How?
Robert Hunt.
Robert Hunt, who everybody agrees getting paid was a mistake because he's like, which one is he mid at? He's mid at something.
I didn't agree that it was a mistake.
Well, you just like to be different.
He allowed 5 pressures last year, the second fewest of any guard in the NFL. Surrendered the lowest pressure rate.
The lowest pressure
rate
of anybody in the league on the team that don't the Dolphins get the ball out quicker than any other team in the league? So he has the easiest job of any guard in the NFL by definition.
Have you watched Robert Hunt play?
Yes.
He's an absolute mauler in the run game. Incredible athlete. Super intelligent pass blocker. He is the whole package. He's not incredibly mid at one aspect of his game. He is a very well-rounded lineman.
Yeah, well, Dalton Reisner kicked somebody in the face last year, so.
Yeah, well, Robert Hunt recovered a fumble and got a fullback card in Madden.
Yeah, well, Dalton Reisner's like weirdly hated by the NFL. I don't really know what the fuck is up with that.
Reisner, like, he's in conversation for the next spot. I just think Robert Hunt's the next guy up.
But I kind of forgot about all of Tev's injuries, so that's fair. I'm trying to think of who else needs mentioned here.
That being said, though, when
Kevin
Tevin Jenkins
Zeitler?
is on the... I have Zeitler in my top 10.
But we're not putting him in the top 10? He can't
I
be.
just completely skipped over the fact that you didn't say his name. Who were your guys again?
Miners, Cosme, and Teller. Wyatt Teller, you know?
Yeah, no, Teller's fine. I'd take Zeitler over Cosme.
No.
Did Cosme become God last year?
Cosme was awesome last year.
I know he was good, but like...
PFF has him ranked as the 3rd best guard in football.
Which is unreal.
Yeah.
It was his first year playing guard, that's why.
Yeah. His 4.3% pressure rate. That actually
The 19th lowest.
Yeah,
does
why
not
are
help
we
your
bragging
cause.
about that? That's such a weird
don't know.
thing to put.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is he here? That's my
Agenda.
I'm not
I guess, I
moving
don't know.
Cosme. I refuse. Because I don't
Let's
know.
see here.
Zeitler. He's been good, but I don't know.
All right, let's see here.
Like Zeitler is a great pass blocker for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do I not know about Kevin Zeitler, or what do we not know about Sam Cosme? Let's go watch a highlight video.
I was gonna say I did not watch a lick of the Commanders last year, so I can't. Like, I watched them when they played the Bears, but that whole game was just DJ Moore. I don't remember what the fuck their offense did.
Sam Cosme. That's what the offense did. They did Sam Cosme.
Well, that's really unfortunate.
Who am I? What? Okay. Am I really? Oh, no. For a second, I thought we were watching him go one-on-one with Myles Garrett. And I was like, if he holds up in one rep, don't care. I'm moving him to the top 2. Don't care. It's Myles Garrett. It's not. It's Dalvin Tomlinson, though, which isn't an easy task.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't worry. We're watching film as we as we rank,
Uh-huh.
because that's how you do it, you know.
Well,
And I definitely don't hate watching him work against Dalvin Tomlinson, because that's a really good player. So it is tough because Washington's
so what
O-line
I'm
kind of
seeing,
sucked.
yeah, what I'm seeing in the again, this is just going off a handful of clips.
Yeah.
Pass pro good, run blocking good, needs to improve.
And Zeitler is pass pro good, run block bad.
Yeah.
So Cosme.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, that's kind of where I was.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
So
I was trying to
Zeitler
say.
versus Hunt is apparently your new argument.
Hunt
Okay.
all the way.
Then all right. Landon Dickerson's a name that should probably be mentioned.
Hold on, give me a second. I just found a 2-minute reel of Sam Cosme. Let's see what we got here. You mentioned some names. I'm gonna lock in.
Well, I don't. Okay, I'll just keep.
If I hear a name I like, I'll pipe up.
So Isaac Sayamalu, is that right?
Yes,
Sayamalu.
Pittsburgh.
I just like throwing out names. Brandon Scherf, Shaq Mason. Those are the remainder of my names.
Who is that? He just fucking tossed. It was Michael Hoyt. That wasn't as cool as I thought. Michael Hoyt, the dude from
Hoyt.
the Rams.
I heard White. I was like, who are you talking? Who the hell's Michael White?
Mike White? His legal name? Holy shit. I think I just became a Sam Cosme fan.
Let's
Hold
go.
on. Dude's got a little tenacity to him.
Big ups to Sam Cosme, my favorite right guard to draft in Madden in like round 30 of fantasy drafts. Really bolsters that O-line. Really bolsters that O-line.
The only thing I'm seeing here is I hate his hand placement as a run blocker. Otherwise,
which is probably why he's good but not great as a run blocker.
Right, because he likes to grab the shoulders, and it's like, no, buddy, chest. It's like 101.
See, but if I grab shoulder, I can throw a bitch.
But if I grab shoulder, I get called for holding.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Plus, I'm just saying it's way more satisfying to watch a lineman rip somebody like from their shoulder pads and toss them than it is to grab the shoulders, because it takes more force. So it just means they're better if they're doing it in the chest.
Hey, yo, we're doing it in the chest? What?
All right.
All right. All right. So that means our top 10.
Hold on. We're going to have to move Cosme up a little bit.
I like it. It's almost like I already said these words.
No, you were right. I just wasn't familiar with his game. This is my Shaq moment. I apologize. I was unfamiliar with his game.
Oh, God. So
okay. He's just being a dick to Nick Bosa. That's why that was in there. Okay.
I like it. So we've got, I think we agree here, right? Lindstrom at 1.
Lindstrom at 1 over Zach Martin?
Yeah, Zach's old.
Yeah, but Zach's still...
But don't worry, you're going to hate my argument for tackles then.
If you don't have Trent at number 1, I have to leave.
Okay.
Okay, how does it feel to be wrong?
I'm not, though. When everybody acknowledged that last year it looked like Trent had taken a step back, everybody had acknowledged that, including you.
Oh, so the gap went from this to this.
I don't know if the gap was ever that.
It was.
I really don't. But
anyways, I mean, I fucking love Chris Lindstrom. He is my favorite interior lineman in this sport. So if we're going to put Chris Lindstrom at number 1, I'm very happy to do so. I'm just saying.
I still think Zach Martin's
not expecting
at 2,
that.
Though.
Well, absolutely, yeah. So
3,
are we going
I'm
Chris Lindstrom at 1?
I would like to. I think that is correct.
I'm with the times here. I'm with the agenda.
3, I struggle.
I got Joe Tooney.
I agree. I just didn't know if you would.
Yeah, no, I became hip to Joe Tooney when Kyle Long tweeted out and said Joe Tooney's the best player he's ever played with, or the best lineman he's ever played with. Then I was like, okay, Kyle, let's see. And then I watched him, and I was like, okay, Kyle, I see.
How we feel about Q? Well, the other
I've
Q.
got
There's
Q at
two
4.
Qs. Okay.
I assume we're talking about the rather large Q in Indianapolis.
Look up Quinn Miners, and I don't think you'll ever
I
say
know, but
the
his
rather
nickname
large
is-
one goes to the other guy.
His nickname is Big Q. That has always been his nickname is Big Q.
Quinn Miners has a nickname. I don't remember what it is. Maybe he doesn't. Okay.
Q. I respect the gut. Listen, I know what Quinn Miners looks like.
Yeah.
I know about the gut. But I'm saying Big Q has always been... Yeah, he is literally called The Belly.
Is he? Okay.
Yes. According to Sports Illustrated, his nickname is The Belly. Oh, but never mind. We can't call him that.
Oh.
Article from 2023. Broncos guard Quinn Miners wants to move on from The Belly moniker.
All right. Then he's just Q. We got Big Q and we got Q.
Oh, this is... Hold on. This quote's really sad. So headed into his 3rd season, Miners wants to retire The Belly. Well, this is going on year 3, Miners said last week when asked about letting The Belly breathe at practice. I wish we would stop talking about The Belly. I'm just kind of doing my thing. I appreciate the question, but I'm just trying to play football and get better. I'm sorry. Oh, I feel really bad. Poor guy.
So you should. So at number 5.
Uh-huh.
I already forgot all the names you listed as your locks.
The two I had left
Batonio
were Tyler
or
Smith and
Smith?
Tyler and Batonio, yeah.
Well, oh, what the hell? That was dumb. I hate Pro Football Reference sometimes.
I don't think Batonio, he played 15 games last year.
Yeah, so he did miss a little time technically, but he missed less time than Tyler. So
I would give it to Batonio personally.
all right, I'm down. I don't really care either way. Then we're going Tyler Smith at 6.
And then Sam Cosme at 7.
Let's go. Sam Cosme, truther. Miller's learning.
I've become hit.
At number 8.
I'd say Elton Jenkins.
Okay.
And then, what, Quinn Miners, Robert Hunt?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Why are we agreeing? We normally don't agree like this.
I don't know.
Probably because offensive linemen are weirdly mid. So, like, just not like all of them, but like overall, they're just kind of mid or really bad. That's a lot of the answer, too.
I feel like tackle is where we're going to have our disagreements, though.
Yes, I do feel, well, because there's a lot of really good tackles.
That's the problem. The interior linemen, there's a couple great ones, and then a lot of just like, they're solid.
Or guys like
there's a bunch of elite
Cosme
ones.
and Smith and Miners who are really young. So it's like they could push that elite barrier, but they're not yet.
Right. And then with tackles, it's you're either fucking elite or you suck. There is no in between. There is no such thing as an average tackle now that Charles Leno is retired.
No, people, I don't know. I've seen a lot of weird arguments for what an average tackle looks like, and you get answers like as wild as like Brian O'Neill all the way to like Garrett Bowles to like a bunch of, you know what I would call an average tackle almost? I forgot his name. Former Niner Broncos right tackle.
Mike McGlinchey?
Yeah. He feels like an average tackle.
I think he's below average. He's not a good pass blocker.
I know. That's what makes him average.
I guguess, yeah, because if you want to say Mulder in the run game, kind of mid.
That feels like average now. Like 2024's average tackle.
He's just kind of a stereotypical right tackle.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's where I lean to.
His just gets blown out of proportion because Micah Parsons made him do a flip.
Well, That's not good. That's not a good look for your
No.
tackles.
It's not. Plus, the Niners, who suck on the offensive line, were like, hey, we don't want you no more.
Right? Well, see, I would say that tells you something, but he wanted a lot of money. I wouldn't have given
Yeah.
him a lot of money either. That might not mean I don't want him,
Yeah.
but it's like, I will give you $6 million. And he goes, no. And then a team like the Broncos goes, we'll give you 15. And it's like, well, I'm not even going to try to match that. That's disgusting.
How much is he making?
More than 15, I think.
I know it's more than 15. That's why I want to look.
I know. I wanted a number that I feel like in my head.
17 and a half.
Okay, 15 wasn't as bad of a
5-year,
thought.
$87.5 million, 52 guaranteed. Average salary is $17.5 million. They got an out after 2025, though. Probably going to use it.
But yeah, so I think we agree with. Okay, so let's go. Let me run back over this real quick. So we've got Lindstrom, Zach Martin, Joe Tooney, Quentin Nelson, Joel Bitonio, Tyler Smith, Sam Cosme, Elgton Jenkins, Quinn Miners, Robert Hunt.
Yes.
Nice. How many names do you have written down for tackle?
Just so I wouldn't implode, I wrote down 12.
Oh.
But I have the PFF list next to me because I know there are more than 12 worth
I was going to say,
mentioning.
I have 20 written down.
Yeah. I'll say
A
that I'm
weirdly
pretty
large
confident about
amount
them.
of NFC North guys.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. Because I don't think. I would say, if we're talking top 10, there's 3 NFC North guys I'd consider. 2 in Minnesota, 1 in Detroit.
Okay. I wrote down.
I don't think Taylor Decker's a top 10 tackle.
I know we argue about, I know rookies don't belong, but Darnell Wright was awesome. So I feel like his name deserves a shout.
Sure.
That was kind of my thing. His name deserves a shout. And I think Decker at least deserves the shout, whether we.
Right.
It's not putting him there, but it's like Keenan and like D-Hop, where it's like, they deserve a shout here.
Yeah. See, that's the difference between you and me, though. You include the guys that like you think just deserve to be brought up. I'm only talking about the guys I'm actually entertaining for the top 10.
That's fair.
Because like Darnell Wright, fucking adore the guy. I've got his jersey hanging right there.
Yeah.
Not a top 10 tackle yet.
Sure.
Even though he took on Max Crosby with one functioning arm and didn't allow a single pressure or sack, but you didn't hear that from me.
So I struggle with how many of these names are even a question. I almost feel like the only real argument, I think, okay, give me your guys that you think are a lock.
A lock?
Yep.
I've got 8.
Okay, I had 7.
Okay. Trent Williams, Penei Sewell, Tristan Wirfs, Laramie Tunsil, Jordan Mailata, Christian Darrisaw, Andrew Thomas, and Lane Johnson.
Andrew Thomas is the only one I didn't have in my locks section.
Interesting.
Because I have him with like Rashawn Slater, Colton Miller, and
those were my next
Brian
2.
O'Neill as like that group. I had him listed with that group.
Yeah.
Weirdly. And I think that's just still me being weird because he was bad 2 years ago. 3 years ago at this point. Either way. Yeah, no, I know. But it's still just like the reason I have him grouped with the other guys is like he might be better now, but these guys have never been bad like he was that time. So I just have him grouped with the other guys.
But I mean,
either way,
fairness, though. How long has it been? How long has he been in the league? Because we're talking about his rookie year wasn't fantastic, right?
Rookie and maybe second year.
He's been in the league for 4 years.
So I think rookie and second year were bad. Third year was awesome. Fourth year was awesome.
I was gonna say he was an All-Pro 2 years ago.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and then last year he was an All. I don't know if he made All-Pro, but
he wasn't an All-Pro, but he was really fucking good.
Yeah.
So The way I would have it grouped out is I think Williams, Sewell, Wirfs, and Tunsil are like the top tier. I think those four are all grouped together. Originally, a year ago, I would have said it's Williams, then those three, and then another tier. But I think Williams has moved down into that tier with them.
So
And then
who
I
else
think
you put
it's
in that tier? Sewell, Wirfs.
Williams, Sewell, Wirfs, and Tunsil.
This isn't just me being a Vikings fan. I think Darisaw is in that group.
I think him and Mailata and Thomas are the next three.
I think
Like in
Darisaw
a
is
second
better
tier.
by quite a bit than both of those guys.
I don't know. And that's not a slight at Darisaw. It's not, because I'm not trying to say I think Darisaw is worse than you think he is. I might just think Thomas and Mailata are a little bit better than you
possibly
do.
fair.
Because I'm still thinking
I
like
think so I actually have Tunsil rated, and I don't know why. I think this was just me listing out names, because I have Darisaw as my number 4 guy right now.
I've got Darisaw at 6.
That's insane.
Well, the only difference between the two of us is Tunsil and Mailata.
Yeah, and I think Darisaw is better than both.
I don't think he's better than Tunsil.
I really do.
I think Tunsil as a pass blocker is arguably the best in the sport.
Sure.
And I think as a run blocker, he's also really fucking good, even though if he's not like elite. Because like Williams, Sewell, Wirfs, they're elite at both, right?
Yeah.
100%, like no question about it. I think Tunsil's the first one that is a little bit better at one than he is the other. And I think when it comes to Darisaw, I don't know, am I misremembering something? Like, is he not a little, I don't want to say a little more dominant, but is he not better one way than he is the other?
I don't.
Because Darisaw also
so.
missed a few games last year.
Yeah, he played 15 out of 17.
Okay, so not as bad as I thought.
That was the number where we've kind of looked at it and said, oh, that doesn't matter. So I was putting that in that list.
Sure.
Last year, though, I know this is PFF grade, and I'm not taking that as full. But Darisaw did have the better pass blocking grade.
Yeah.
And I can you see, I don't pay for PFF, so I can't actually look at the numbers. Can you see what his run blocking was?
No, I don't pay for PFF.
Yeah, no, I would never. Well, I might give them money now. They're paying our boy, so maybe we need to.
Paying 2 of them, actually.
Who do I not know?
Mason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Mason got in too. He'd be happy to hear that I became a Sam Cosby enjoyer in the span of 5 minutes.
I should tweet that at him.
I will.
It's a weird spot to be arguing. Let's move on for a minute. We'll argue this when we get back up here. But Mailata, Tunsil, Thomas. Where does that put us? Sewell, Wirfs, Williams, Darisaw, Tunsil, Thomas, Mailata. That's 7. I think Lane Johnson easily is here.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. And then I have the next in order would be Slater, Colton Miller, and then Brian O'Neill. I'd be down to argue for O'Neill at 10, but I don't.
That would be 9, 10, 11, right?
Yeah.
That's what I have to a T as well. Slater 9, Miller 10, O'Neill 11.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to argue for Brian O'Neill higher, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to. The fact that we have, I still think, I think the 4th best guard tackle in the sport and the 11th best. I'll take that. That's a great duo. Uh-oh.
I found ammunition.
For what?
Laramie Tunsil had his best year as a run blocker last year, according to PFF.
Interesting. I wish I could find any ammunition for Christian Darisaw.
I only found this because I Googled top 20 offensive tackles. I was like, someone's got to give me like pressure stats or something, right? CBS Sports.
What was his rank?
They have him in 11th, which is dog shit.
So he was the 11th best. No, like run blocking grade. He was 11th.
No, they don't have that. It just says his run blocking was the highest graded in years. So let's see here.
Derisaw's run block was ranked 6th among all players, and his pass block was 3rd. So no, he's not Miles better at either. He's top at both. He's just better at both, according to PFF. I don't think I still think Tunsil's a better pass blocker, but PFF grade says it's Derisaw. So, no, we're not actually doing that. But I do have more ammunition for this argument.
Let's see here.
Yeah, can I find pressure stats? How many pressures did Laramie Tunsil give up? I find it weird that this is where we're arguing.
Yes.
Tunsil allowed 5 sacks and 20 pressures, apparently. And Christian Derisaw.
Not related to this at all, but this is so funny. So PFF on May 12th on Twitter posted, "What is the best offensive tackle duo in the NFL?" And a Texans fan replied, "Laramie Tunsil and Titus Howard, better than all of them."
No,
brother, do not be gassing up Titus Howard on the timeline. You are scaring the hose.
I'm the guy who's been arguing that they should draft his replacement for years.
Yes.
You know, we've had that argument, and you're like, he had a career year, and I'm like, I don't care. That doesn't matter.
Yeah. I've learned my lesson.
Well, I see 6 sacks. So they gave up the same number of sacks? What did I say for...
Tunsil led up 5.
Ooh. And also, wait. Did Tunsil miss time last year?
He started off the year injured and then came back.
How much time did he miss? Because
like 2 or 3 games.
I got to double check it because
he played 14 games.
Okay.
So he missed the first 3.
I'm very confused. Somebody's snap number is wrong. It has to be. Derisaw, 982 snaps. Oh, that's showing just pass blocking. I was like, he only had 500. That's a huge difference. Derisaw's better. But no, okay. This is going to be a more fun. So let's get the rest of this list done real quick, though. So at 10, we're going Miller.
Colt Miller. Yeah.
Hey, that's
Let's go. I made it.
At 9, it's Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
At 8, I have Lane Johnson.
I also have Lane Johnson.
At 7, Sorry, my brain just broke. I'm trying to remember who names are off the top of my head. Who did I fuck up? Oh, I see what I fucked up. Okay. At 7, I have Jordan Mailata.
I have Andrew Thomas.
I'm down for that. That works too.
I think if you're the anchor left tackle of one of the best offensive lines over the past 3 years, and there's not a true weakness to your game,
that's
the only reason, actually, I would say Mailata is probably a little bit better as a pass blocker, but he's
it's
really
also a tough question to pose because
yeah.
It's also tough because the Giants don't pass, so
yeah.
I
will say though, either way, I
will say,
never mind.
Speaking of the Giants, they did Tyrod so dirty.
Yeah.
Last year, because you could tell. I went back. I saw Nico's video, and then I went back and watched a little bit. You really could just tell when Tyrod was on the field. That was like a real NFL offense. And then with DeVito or Danny Dimes, that was not an NFL offense. That was a bad team.
Right.
Tyrod is going to be the most underrated quarterback of all time, and I say that loudly. because he'll be remembered as like a pretty okay backup when he was like a pretty good starter. Genuinely, I think there's lots of teams he should start on next year. And it makes me sad. But I also think the Jets is a great place for him because if Aaron pops again, I mean,
Yeah.
Tyrod on that Jets team, that might be pretty scary. Not going to lie.
Right.
So at 6 then would be Mailata. Because we're arguing over spot number 5, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So Mailata.
Like I said, I had my Lotto over Darisaw, but it was like by that much, so I'm not gonna sweat it.
No, and I think Tunsil and Darisaw are close. I got to
I don't
fight
want
for
to
my
say the
boy in
same
this.
player, but they're like
Very similar. Though apparently
yeah.
Darisaw is just a better run blocker. I want to know what Tunsil's run blocking grade was. Because that's pass block. I don't care. I'm never going to find out. Yeah, nobody's going to tell me apparently. Oh, so Darisaw was better as a pass blocker. And according to this picture, which I can't tell you what date it was posted because it's just a picture.
Uh-huh.
So I can't tell you when it was made. Oh, never mind. This is 2 years ago. It means nothing. I was going to say his pass blocking grade's really low. But we also know his pass block grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darisaw's was 85.3 and Tunsil's was 84.9.
Say that again.
Year. Tunsil's was 84.9. Darisaw's was 85.3.
Okay, so do you know what Darisaw's run block grade was?
I can't find it at all.
I just saw a Texans fan that said Tunsil's was 60.1.
Oh, wait, did I see? Hold on. I swear I did see it.
That's just week 18. That won't give me what I want.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah. Actually, in week 18, Darisaw had a 49.3 run block grade, therefore Tunsil better.
Darisaw's was 81 point. God damn it, I just lost it.
On the season, it was 81 point something?
81.2 on the year.
All right, then sure. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Let's go. We're arguing number 5 versus number 4. These are 2 of the 5 best tackles in the league. I mean, it's not.
I still think Tunsil's better.
I'm going to claim bias.
I'm going to do the same and have more of an argument.
I don't think so. Your hate for the Vikings is more than... I'm fairly logical when it comes to where to actually put Vikings players.
If I hate the Vikings more than you like them, you must not care for your team very much, because I am incredibly indifferent towards that franchise.
True. That's why I didn't say that, but way to put words in my mouth.
Yeah, you're used to having... Never mind.
Hey, yo, maybe. I mean, what? At 3, I have Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the next spot where we're going to disagree.
I do want to say real quick, though, just so we don't skip over him, Tristan Wirfs switching from right tackle to left tackle and not skipping a beat is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen.
Fair enough.
That is fucking incredible.
Well, so he did that coming out of college, though, didn't he? He was a left tackle, and they moved him to right for no reason. Because they did not have a good tackle before.
Was he a left tackle in college?
I swear he was. I might be on drugs, but...
According to Pro Football Reference, he was offensive line.
Well, helpful.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I mean, I understand when they say that with a guy like Elgton Jenkins, where every year he plays all 5, but
Yeah.
Uh,
You gotta remember though, even if it was like a switch back type of thing, he was an all-pro right tackle. And
right.
to switch positions from somewhere you're an all-pro mentally, that's tough.
He started all 12 games at right tackle in 2018 at Iowa. And no, he was, so he had 10 starts at right tackle, and the final 3 starts of the year were at left tackle his last year at Iowa, which would be why I remember him at left tackle.
Yeah.
Because that would have been right around draft time.
Right. So he was a career right tackle, played 3 games there, and then spent, what was it, 3-4 years? It would be 3 years because he came out the same time as Andrew Thomas. 3 years at right tackle, and then last year switched, at right tackle. Then last year switched to left tackle, and did not skip a beat.
Yeah.
According to PFF, second highest graded pass blocking grade, and at a top 5 overall grade for the first time in his career.
Yeah. He got better.
Unreal.
Yeah, a little ridiculous. So I know you think Sewell and then Williams. I want to argue it's Sewell.
Why?
Because we all agreed that Trent Williams was taking a step back. That's not going to get better. He's 38.
Okay.
And
taking a step back.
The way the 49ers use him is as a very athletic tackle. When you lose a step athletically with the way the Niners offensive line is going to work, that's bad. I think his fall off will be, I don't know if it's this year. He could still be a top 3 tackle this year. He's the type of guy where his fall off will be dramatic.
Sure, but okay.
And based off of just last year, I just think that Sewell played better.
I disagree with that completely. Sewell is not near the pass blocker that Trent Williams is.
Fair.
Like, and since we're making that the most important
that
thing
is
here,
really important, and Sewell did rank as a worse pass blocker than basically everyone we've listed so far.
Yeah. Sewell's big claim to fame is he's a good enough pass blocker, but he'll fuck you up in the run.
That is
Sewell's thing. He is a mauler.
That Trent is Williams why he stays at right tackle. That makes sense.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of an old rule of thumb. If a guy's at right tackle, it's probably because he likes to run block. I always just
assumed it was because Taylor Decker exists, and you're not going to make him move this late in his career. Because I don't think Decker could move that way.
Dude, I don't know. I think you'd at least try it if you were confident in Sewell at left tackle.
I don't think you would. I don't think you'd put both guys in a worse position just because you want to try Sewell. You're going to get that chance soon.
Maybe not. But
Decker's
either way,
old.
I wasn't even necessarily saying that for Sewell, just like old rule of thumb.
Yeah.
If he's at right tackle, he's probably not the best pass blocker.
All right, you won me over. I don't care.
Yeah, because and I'm not trying to shit on Sewell. Like, he is the best up and coming lineman in the sport. He's absolutely incredible as a run blocker. He is unreal as a pass blocker. He's continuing to get better. However, at this very moment in time, and probably for the next season, because I don't foresee Trent Williams dying.
Right.
I still think Trent Williams is a better player. And you mentioned how the Niners use him, which is a big advantage for their offense in terms of being able to pull him across the line and do all the fancy stuff. However, if he's really to the point athletically where he can't accomplish that, Kyle Shanahan's not going to ask him to do it.
No,
he's
but that
say, okay,
still
Trent
means that is a problem, because then that's going to hurt their offense as a whole.
I don't think it will. Do you know how many guys the Niners have that they can pull across the line and do funky shit with?
None, because their line sucks. That's been like the whole thing. Is like they have awful O linemen and Trent Williams. That makes them okay.
Okay. I'm not saying specifically linemen to pull across the line. They have George Kittle. They have Kyle Juszczyk. They have 3 other tight ends that you've never...
I'm kidding. Chill.
Anyway, they have 3 other tight ends you've never heard of that can do it for some reason. Juwan Jennings can probably do it if you really want him to. Like, they've got plenty of guys that can do the cutesy moving around thing. Trent Williams doesn't have to be your fullback.
Fair. I do think now that we're done with all of this, I feel like there's some other names we should mention.
Well, what with tackles?
Yeah, because we didn't do any of the mentioning people. We said 11
Yeah.
names and moved on. Obviously, there's a couple of the old guard that need mentioned.
But they don't play.
That's well. Some
Tyron
of them do.
Smith, Teron Armstead, they don't play football.
What about Ronnie Stanley though? The old
I forgot
guard.
Ronnie Stanley fucking existed.
That's fucked up. Ronnie Stanley, the GOAT.
He is pretty good. He's really good at what he does.
You got
You know
Braden
who
Smith
I would-
for the Colts. You got Taylor
Yeah,
Moton.
Braden's-
Taylor?
Both
Tyler.
of the Colts offense, it's Taylor Moton.
Okay.
But both of the Colts tackles, Braden Smith and Bernard Ryman,
Yeah.
fucking awesome. Like, they are really good. Not top 10 good, but like, I would say both of them you could say are top 15 good. Ryman maybe a little less because he's only had one big year, but like his progression has been incredible. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was one of those guys that was like a tight end for a long time. And they were like, hey man, your hands aren't good, but you block good. Get fat real quick. And he was like, okay. And now he's like a hyper athletic left tackle. The Colts took a flyer on him, and not a flyer, but they took him as a developmental tackle, and he's developed really well. A name I want to bring up real quick because I don't know if he'll be on your list is Morgan Moses. Morgan
He was
Moses is
not
one
on
of
my list.
Not even because he's great. He's just one of my favorite tackles to watch because
Fair.
Morgan Moses hates people.
That's
There
fair.
is hatred in that man's heart, and he wants to kill everyone as a run blocker.
But Morgan Moses, I feel like, doesn't he get the same argument that Smith and all them did? Nah, he played 14 last year. I don't know
Yeah,
why he
he's
thought
just
he didn't
not-
play.
I was going to
Weird.
say he's not a great pass blocker, but according to PFF, last year was his best pass blocking season, which is really interesting. But it's still, you don't want Morgan Moses as a pass blocker. You want him to kill the guy across from him in the run game.
And then I feel like, another old guard guy would be Jake Matthews.
Yes,
and Taylor
the
Decker.
complete opposite of
Yeah.
Morgan Moses.
Yeah, you want
Jake
him
Matthews,
as a pass blocker. You don't want to run with him. Mike and Wenu.
Ironically, Mike Onwenu, yes, absolutely. I just want to say real quick, Jets fans, if you want to know who Olu Fashanu is, Jake Matthews. I know we're like way past the draft, and they probably
Fair.
figured that out by now, but they're the same player.
I
literally
promise
to a
you
T.
they didn't. Everything I see about people talking about draft picks is annoying. Around draft time and even now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Luke Godeke as well, another
Sure.
name to bring up. Played incredible last year.
do you even want to bring up your boy?
I mean, Darnell Wright.
No,
Coming
we
off.
already brought him up.
Oh, Braxton Jones. Ugh.
That was who? I know, injuries and whatever, but names.
Injuries, and also he annoys me because he's such a savvy pass blocker, but his anchor makes me want to die.
Nice. But,
There's a reason people were like, maybe if Joe Alt or even Olu Fashanu were there at 9, you consider it?
I was one of those people.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, if Joe Alt was there at 9,
if
absolutely.
Alt's
you
there, I
consider
don't
it.
even think you question it. I'm sorry, Romo Dunze. We have to do this.
I'm taking Rome over Alt.
I'm not.
Only because
A wide
This- I
receiver
saw some-
3 is much less important than a
Okay,
generational tackle.
right now, absolutely. 3 years from now,
3
when
years
he's
from
your
now,
wide
if you
receiver-
don't have a left tackle and Caleb keeps getting murdered, and well, we got Rome,
Braxton
that's gonna mean
Jones is
nothing.
good enough.
except he doesn't get on the fucking field.
Last year was the first year where he really had problems, and it was because his neck snapped.
Yeah, that can't ever possibly cause another issue, could it? That's not
I mean,
the
you were
most
just gassing up
fragile
Frank-
part of your.
Hold on. We were just gassing up Frank Ragnow for his neck injury. We
Not
are
the
not going
same
to turn
neck
it into
injury.
a negative for Brax.
Not the same neck injury.
I don't think it was literally he snapped. Let me get you the specifics here.
But also, yeah, there's a lot of receivers who are fine. And guess what's easier to find, Miller?
I know it's a receiver, but guess what is becoming increasingly expensive?
Tackles
Wide receivers is what I was referring
and
to.
tackles. I still think offensive tackle is like the second or third most important
who had
position.
more aura?
Joe Alt.
You would say that. You're white.
that has nothing to do with it. I just was not. I liked Rome. I was not as big of a fan of Rome as you were, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I definitely didn't think he was bad. I had him as wide receiver 3. Everybody argued over him and Neighbors. I know you didn't, but that's fine. But like, it's not like it was like, oh, Dunze was just Marvin Harrison or like that, where it's just he's far and ahead better. Him and Neighbors, it's just the differences in what you look for, which is fine. I don't.
Oh yeah. Jones's
offense.
neck injury actually wasn't all that bad because he ended up coming back.
No, but
I will say, do you remember what happened when he got hurt?
No.
So he got up, he like landed on his neck weird. He gets up. This is against Tampa in week 2. He goes to the huddle, and he said he felt dizzy and woozy, and he was like kind of like ooh, like out of it. And
is that the Fields thing where he like forced him off the field?
No.
He did that with somebody. I don't remember who.
Fields did get forced off the field, but that was DJ.
No, I mean
DJ came up and was
Fields took somebody off the field.
Maybe that was Brax. I could be wrong.
I swear. I
just remember he was dizzy, and then maybe it was because he gets sent away from the huddle, and then you can hear him yell back. He looks at somebody. He goes, "I couldn't fucking see," which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Because imagine landing on your neck and then getting up and not being able to see.
But I also do remember DJ forcing Fields off the field.
I thought that's what you meant, Fields getting forced off the field. I thought you were trying to say it was like a similar.
Yeah, like
Fields
no, you're
may
not
have
good.
told Brax to get out. That's very possible. I don't remember that specifically.
I don't either.
Yeah. But I just remember him throwing his arms up and going, "I couldn't fucking see."
I couldn't fucking see.
But again, I can't get over how horrifying that must have been. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Beans, rice.
Byron, that's right. Byron.
Who? Byron.
Byron Smith. Tackle for the New York Jets.
No. No, I don't think that's his name.
PFF, we're throwing hands.
Why is PFF throwing hands?
They got Darnell Wright as the 32nd best tackle in football.
Yeah, probably for the same reasons we do. He was a fucking rookie. I don't love... Look at where they put Brian O'Neill, though.
Where?
24?
23, but still...
Yeah, that was close. I took a shot in the dark. I missed.
He finished top 25 in both pass blocking and run blocking grades. It was just one of 15 players at the position to earn a 70-plus grade in both facets of the game. So why is he at 23?
Because Minnesota. You have one nice thing. You have Darisaw. You can't have two.
Also, since we didn't mention him with the guards, I just want to say Kevin Dotson's really fucking good at football.
Is he also a Commander?
No, he's a Ram.
Did he used to be a Commander?
He was a Steeler.
What the hell was the Dotson on the Rams line?
Jahan Dotson? Oh,
no, that's a receiver.
I thought you just meant the Dotson on the Commanders. Hold on.
But I think it was like Dodson.
Tyler Dodson?
Maybe?
I know of a Tyler Dodson.
Not Jahan Dotson. Stop it, Google. I spelled the name differently for a reason.
Yeah, Tyrell Dodson. Sorry, not Tyler.
Did he play for the Commanders?
Tyrell Dodson.
Or am I just like on the most drugs?
He's a Seahawks linebacker.
Well, that is
now he's the Bills linebacker.
All right.
No.
Well, I know nothing.
Bills linebacker now to Seattle. Okay, I'm not the only one who did a fuck you with names today. Now I'm happy.
All right. But Jahan Dotson. I wonder what happens with him this year. I would say he was pretty mid last year, but that offense was a war crime. I don't really know if Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels fixed that, though.
He was a 2-time Pepsi NFL Rookie of the Week winner.
Though I do think, I don't know, if Cliff Kingsbury just goes full, like, stupid college playbook with Jaden Daniels, I think it could be really goddamn fun. Until Daniels gets hurt, but that's okay.
Until he gets hurt,
I care
or
about
defense
is fun.
Is like...
I'm just here for fun.
I think Cliff Kingsbury is going to be playing NCAA 25 while the rest of the league is playing Madden.
So he'll be playing a better game. He's going to be the best.
That's yet determined. Yet to be determined. Yes,
literally, never once has Madden been a better game than an NCAA game. So I promise you, it won't be this year.
I don't have this like deep love for NCAA like everyone else.
All I'm saying is, if
you're a neutral party,
NCAA 14 is better than any Madden that has ever released to this day.
That I don't agree with.
You're wrong.
I'm just not as big on NCAA.
You don't have to be as
else.
big. I'm just saying, like, as a video game, it was just better. And Madden hasn't even tried for 10 years. And they told us last year that we made all these additions to change the game. Not a single one of them changed the game even a little. So until they stop lying about Madden, I won't believe them. They've just not even reskinned the game. They've just updated the rosters and charged you $70.
Actually, I paid $150 to get both games together.
Well, I did that also because to get all of the, I did it for the 3 days early access on both.
Yeah.
But also, it is literally my job to play video games. So the earlier I can play the new game, the better, especially with my sleep schedule, because the game will come out at midnight. I start my streams at like 9 p.m. This works out perfectly. You got to be,
that's fair.
You got to be on the thing. I got to be rebuilding Wyoming immediately. It's very important.
Damn.
Is it even a rebuild if they've never been good? I have to be building Wyoming. I am building. Yeah. Also, Wyoming got to have the biggest home field advantage of any team in any sport. People talk about Denver as a tough place to play because, well, you're 5,000 feet above sea level. Laramie, Wyoming is 7,300 feet above sea level. It is another half mile up from Denver.
That's wild.
There is no breathing up here. It is insane when I go to like anywhere at sea level, how immediately I'm in better shape. Like I never breathe hard again, no matter what I do.
Right.
Because I'm so used to having to breathe, zero air. And suddenly I genuinely do. It's every time I go somewhere at sea level, it's like, God damn, the air is kind of heavy here. What the fuck?
And that's what people don't realize.
I can feel the air.
Logan Wilson's good.
It's because he's no longer playing it. Well, see, but he was great at that height.
No.
Okay. Yes. Go watch some college tape, bozo. Or don't, because it's Wyoming. Or
I am not going to watch.
Because Wyoming is actually really fun to watch. I'm not going to lie.
Do they run the wing tee?
I don't think so.
Though I don't
Wyoming,
care.
Go look at their roster. They have 3 fullbacks. Care more. You're like, holy shit, wait a minute, what?
Let's go see.
Miller's going to rebuild Wyoming also.
No, I'm going with Army.
But you can just make Wyoming run the wing tee with 3 fullbacks. They also have a running back who's like 5'6", 120 pounds, and I think that's pretty funny.
Shout out Alex Haswell, position athlete.
That's legendary work.
He wears number 66 though, so we know what he is.
Do we?
They have an Eckler.
Ew.
Lost all of their aura.
Well, but he's not related.
He's a bald dude named Eckler. He's basically the same guy.
That's not fair. You can't do that to the boys.
Yes, we've got senior Caleb Driscoll, who's
I think you shouted him out on Twitter
professional
once.
sales. Did I?
Yeah, because you asked for like players. Or like you said, give me a college or whatever, and I'll name a fullback from there. And I think you just Googled the first one to pop up. Oh, they've got 4. Wait, no, just 3. I'm dumb.
You've got Kimball Madsen, who's a business major.
Look at that hair. He's got to be the goat.
Redshirt freshman Cooper Mayland, who is undecided.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wyatt Eckler.
Okay, yeah.
Majoring in entrepreneurship.
That's a major. You don't just... Why is that a major? Just fucking start a business. There, you're an entrepreneur. Hey, guess what? I have done what you are paying to go to college to do already. Good work. Jackass.
That's what I like to see. A nose tackle majoring in construction management. Hell yeah. That's real ball. That kid is going places. Probably
Nice.
to a construction site to manage it, but that's still a place he's going.
I mean, you never know. Wyoming's like getting players drafted suddenly, so you never know.
I mean, hey, if he gets drafted, props to him. I'm just saying, if all else fails,
They have
he's
a
going to
guard
manage the fuck out of a construction
who's
site.
also in construction management.
They got a running back in pre-nursing? Hell yeah.
W running back.
Pop off, short king, 5'8", 187, Mitchell Anderson.
I still don't think that's the running back I was thinking of. I know the one I was thinking of wasn't as short as I said, even though that was funny. Must be Jamari.
Got Alex Brown majoring in American Studies.
5'7", 177, which is just as short as I said.
Okay, Darren Sproles.
Yeah. He's
We
a
also
true
got
freshman, so that could change anytime.
Yeah. Another entrepreneurship major, wide receiver Caleb Cooley.
Ooh, strong safety Andrew Johnson majoring in biology. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Ooh, a finance major, John Michael Gillenborg, the tight end.
Interesting.
My accountant is
finance
6'5",
majors.
250. That's insane.
Only 2 communications majors.
You know how
majors?
weird it is
Cringe.
that we are now on the topic of looking at Wyoming Cowboy football players and what they're studying.
You want to make it weirder?
Our quarterback, Jaden Clemens, is studying kinesiology and health promotion.
Let's look at Frostberg.
I don't want
See if I recognize any of these kids, because I know I had a class with one of our wide receivers. He's in my journalism class.
energy resource management and development for one of our linebackers. Reed Son, that's a linebacker. Let me tell you. What are some other true linebackers? Who's going to be the next Cowboy great? Goes on to be Chad Muma and Logan Wilson.
I found him like right away because he wears number 2.
I
10.
don't.
Sorry, he wears number 10.
The guy you were talking about.
I'm not going to dox him, but yeah. Where's number 10?
Yeah.
What the fuck? There's a guy named Justin Houston?
People don't look into Frostburg State
NFL.
that much, apparently.
Get back to the NFL, bro.
Why are you afraid to say the Frostburg State people's names, but not the Wyoming people's names?
Because
your town literally has more people than all of Wyoming.
Yeah, but it's a D1 school.
That's
so
fair.
like
this is truly public information.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Miller, let's make our prediction without looking at any of this film. I'm just going to name you some linebackers on the Cowboys. Which one is the next second or third round pick who goes on to be really good at the sport of football?
Yeah.
We've got Evan Eller.
Okay.
Cole DeMarzo.
Okay.
Gary Rutherford.
Uh-huh.
Adrian Oniago. Connor Shea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a name I don't know how to pronounce. That's all I got for you. Micah Young. Dash Bowman. Nick Talick. Top 5 name of all time. Jack Harvey, who's got a really thick stash and a mullet. I feel like that's important.
Okay.
Reed Son, who's got the really curly hair.
That just sounds like a command.
That's it. That's it. Those are your names. Who do you think is going to be the GOAT?
What was the second name?
The second name, Cole DeMarzo.
I want to double check before I say something possibly insensitive.
Jesus Christ.
How do you spell his last name?
DeMarzo. 6'4", 239.
Hold on. Oh, never mind.
See,
Oh, wait, is it like D space Marzo or all one word?
all one word.
Oh,
DE
then it's the
capital M.
Canadian version. Oh no, it is the Italian version.
There's no space, but it's
But
DE
still,
capital M.
yeah, yes, Italian linebackers, man.
Name another one.
I think I know one, but I got to make sure he was actually Italian.
I don't know if I know any Italian linebackers.
But the idea of an Italian linebacker, Joe Flacco.
It's not Italian. Well, there
He's
is not a
not.
linebacker.
No, he is Italian.
I meant to say
He is
he's not a
certainly
linebacker.
Italian.
I meant to say he's not a linebacker. I'm sorry. Shit. I'm my bad. Apparently Matt
That's
Milano.
where you came from? Habakkuk Baldonado, the defensive end from Pitt, is apparently Italian. I didn't know that. He's now with the Saskatchewan Roughriders alongside Clint Ratkovich.
Interesting.
Oh, here we go. The greatest Italian of all time from every NFL franchise.
Ooh,
Certainly.
is a single one a linebacker? I don't
Franco Harris.
know who that guy is. I don't know a lot of these guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Seen a lot. Jack Del Rio.
Hey,
Joe Fortunato.
Vikings legend Jack Del Rio.
Yeah. Joe Fortunato. Bears legend.
All right.
Man, I thought there were more Italian linebackers.
No.
I created a stereotype that's just not real.
Yeah, the stereotype would be like tackles.
Yeah. Or quarterbacks, apparently. Tommy DeVito and Joe Flacco.
All right, we got two, I guess. Good work. Yeah, there's more
Do
than
you
that because
need
there's
more?
Dan Marino.
Yeah.
There's Vinny.
Alan Amiche was
Okay,
Italian.
new question. Why is Joey Bosa listed for them? Who is listed for the Niners? Oh, Joe Montana. Okay. I was going to say, really? We're going to give it to Joey, but not Nick? That's weird. But
I thought you were trying to say that they were implying that Joey Bosa's Italian and Nick Bosa isn't.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Yes. Oh, God. All right. We should end the episode, I think.
Yeah.
Miller, do the outro.
Shout out all our Italian Americans out there. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below. Helps us out a ton. Shows your support, shows you care, all that good stuff. Also, if you're listening on Spotify or any of those other platforms that do podcast stuff, leave us a rating, all that good stuff. We do appreciate it. We'll be back next week with viewer mailbag, hopefully. So if you have any questions for that, leave them in the comments down below, and we will add some YouTube questions alongside Twitter questions. But that is going to do it for us. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. And Geek, let them know.
Bye.